Welcome to another video by Ferris Technology. What we want to do today is take a quick tour of what a table looks like, how to navigate and such things. So let's get started. And I'm going to open up a table that has some basic data in it. What we want to do here is just get a familiarity with what's going on the screen. First off, this has enough data that you have a scroll bar on the right, the vertical, and a scroll bar on the left, the horizontal. You can navigate through the records this way. You can also then look when you have it here. When you hold the mouse down, you can scroll down here and you see that it's presenting numbers to you along the way. That tells you which record is at the very top. Now, you've got navigation buttons down here. This will take you back up to the top record. This one will take you to the far bottom record. This one will let you open a new record there, and it'll tell you how many records you have in the data set. We have a total of 59 actual records. Looks like this one's probably a phantom record put in there somewhere along the line. Okay, so you also have the ability to filter, and when you click this down arrow here, you can sort it A to Z or Z to A. You can select a particular name the same exact way that you would in any Excel file. So you can unselect here, and if I only want first name starting with of Anne, I can filter just down to Anne here. I can undo the filter by clearing it here. I can sort by last name. You see, it's very quick and actually quite easy to do. If you need to make sure that you've got the latest data in your data set, you have a refresh button up here that's available. And then as you're working with your tables, over here you've got datasheet specific menus that you can actually format and do other things. So you can change the field types over here. If you go to the table here, you have your basic formatting items that you can use. You have what they call table macros or data macros. You can see the table properties here and be able to work with them. All of these things I'm going to go into detail on in future videos. The next topic is a thing called a record selector. That's these little buttons off to the left-hand side. If you choose a record, you can then move into it to edit it if you want, or you can just move your cursor anywhere to edit it. But if you use the record selector, then you can delete a record. These records have invoices and information tied to them in a relational format. We'll talk more about that in a future video. So I want to go over here to table sales. In this record, there isn't that plus symbol over here indicating that there's relationships to other records. So I can use the delete key. Now note here, it says that you won't be able to undo this delete operation. Now notice up here that there's an undo and redo keys. These undo and redo keys are there, but you don't see them highlighted very often because most operations in a database can't be undone, and deleting records is one that cannot be undone. Now, you'll notice that if I'm in a record here, and let's say I change a record here, you'll notice that the undo key highlights here, meaning I can undo that operation. Notice the edit, the button, the record selector over here changed to an edit pencil, showing that you're in the middle of editing that particular record. Now, undo can be also done using the escape key. And so I just tapped on the escape key there. Now I've got a couple of records here that, let's say I want to delete the 2, and I use the escape key, it'll just return. Okay, so the last thing here is I showed you how to go ahead and just select data here, but you can have data filters over here. And on dates, of course, it has a lot of different data filters that you can use. You know, this week, next week, last week, tomorrow, today. But you can also have before or after or between a couple dates. You can choose different filters that you want to use here. A regular, let's say you've got just a text field over here, text filters that pertain just to a text field, okay? And then you can filter that by choosing your own filters. So I hope this has helped you to get through the idea of navigating through a table, and I hope you see us in the next video. Talk to you later.